Okay, think about this for a second. What if a newborn's heart was plumbed completely backwards right from the very start? Today, we're diving into one of medicine's most incredible fixes, a complete rewiring of a baby's most vital organ. It's an amazing story of surgical genius. Right, so imagine a brand new car engine. It's perfect in every single way, but there's one tiny fatal flaw. Its two main fuel lines are crossed, so it's sending fuel to the exhaust and exhaust fumes back to the engine. Well, that is the exact life-threatening problem we're going to unpack today. So to really appreciate how brilliant the solution is, we first have to get our heads around the biological blueprint error that makes it so necessary. Let's start right there. You see, in a healthy heart, it's all one big connected system. Oxygen-poor blood goes to the lungs, it gets all that good oxygen, and then it's pumped out to the body. Simple. But with this condition, TGA, you end up with two completely separate loops. It's kind of like a highway with no on-ramps and no exits. The oxygen-poor blood is just trapped, endlessly circling back to the body, while all that vital oxygen-rich blood just cycles uselessly back and forth to the lungs. So the official name for this is detransposition of the great arteries, or just TGA. And this isn't some disease that a baby develops. It's a fundamental error in the construction, right from birth, where the two main pipes leaving the heart are literally switched.
When you have a blueprint error that profound, well, you're going to need an equally ingenious solution. So how in the world do surgeons pull off this incredible repair?
The procedure is called the arterial switch operation, or ASL. And honestly, it's every bit as audacious as it sounds. Surgeons don't just, put a little patch on the problem. No, they fix the blueprint itself. They actually cut the two main arteries and physically switch them back to where they're supposed to be. But it's not as simple as just snipping and reattaching those two huge vessels. There's a far more delicate part of the heart's plumbing that has to be dealt with first. So, before that main switch happens, what do you think is the surgeon's single most critical, most delicate priority? And the answer has nothing to do with those great big arteries. Nope. It's all about the tiny, delicate vessels that keep the heart muscle itself alive. This right here, this is the most critical move of the entire operation. And here's the answer. It's the coronary arteries. Before anything else happens, the surgeon absolutely must move the heart's own fuel lines. Where they're placed is quite literally everything. So why is this the absolute #1 priority? Well, the coronary arteries are what feed the heart muscle itself, and they branch off the aorta, which, remember, in TGA is carrying that oxygen-poor blood. So think about it. If a surgeon just switched to the main arteries without moving these little guys, the newly repaired heart would get zero oxygen. It would have no fuel to pump. That is why these tiny arteries have to be so meticulously detached and moved first. Okay, so with the heart's fuel supply now safely secured, the surgeons can finally turn their attention to the main event, physically switching the great arteries themselves. So the surgery really unfolds in three main phases. First, just like we covered, those vital coronary arteries are carefully relocated. Then the surgeon makes the big cut, severing both the aorta and the pulmonary artery. And finally, they are switched to their correct positions and painstakingly reconnected. And just like that, the heart's plumbing is correct. After hours and hours of this breathtakingly precise work, the goal isn't just survival. It's about giving that child a fully repaired heart, one that's capable of powering a full and healthy life. And the result is, well, it's nothing short of miraculous. From a fatal setup of two separate circuits, the surgeon has created one single, efficient system. You're left with a heart that now works exactly as it was designed to, delivering oxygen-rich blood to the entire body. It's a complete anatomical correction. This procedure takes a condition that was uniformly fatal and makes it correctable. Just think about that for a moment. The arterial switch itself was once considered impossible. So it really makes you wonder, right? What challenges that seem totally insurmountable today will become the routine, life-saving procedures of tomorrow?